Welcome, returning and new subscribers. I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Alba La Pantera. Welcome all, welcome all, welcome all. Bring your ass in here with me. Okay. I'll give you all a few to get the notification. Let me you know what I'm saying? Make the adjustments for the collective. I know something's missing. I still have it on me, but it's just not visible. Hold up. Where's the go grab it? Go grab it. Go grab it. Yeah. Obviously somewhere it has to be and not next to me at the moment, which is fine for now. Actually, all right, here we are. Everything is a message, and I got that message very quickly. Hold on. Hold up. Give me one second. All right, you about to get up into the vibes now. Let me just make these adjustments first. The squire's looking lovely. Your divine essence no longer an option, which means either you're gonna be it or not. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. Not a whole other window. That's fine. I can still do what I'm gonna do. Over here. Let's give this just a second. All right. Boom. There we go. There we go. 3 minutes? All right, bet. I'm back. Okay. Let's get into the vibes. Bring this up. So right into it. Once again, I am Goddess, High Priestess, Empress, Alba La Pantera. Why do I have all three listed? Because I'm not a queen. I'm not that. Respectfully. But yeah. Let's get into the vibes. So here's where we're going with it. The art of detachment. Without being attached to detachment. Because it's very easy to detach yourself from something and still be attached because you are attached to detaching yourself. Understandable. It's understandable. It happens. However, if you are, for example, perfect example, a TikTok user, right? It's the same, it is the same shift that happens on the macro as it did in a micro level. But it will take for you to see what has actually occurred for you to notice what is happening. This is a different 9 year, 2025. You have several 9 years, several that show up in your life. 2017 was a 9 year too, but it's definitely different this time. Why? Well, you have a different or higher magnitude of those who are awakening to what it means to be, in the most simplistic way of saying it, an extension of source. The same way you have a thumb and a pinky and all 5 of your fingers are not thumbs, is the same way people are recognizing being an extension of source, that you are both of the dark and the light. The way that plays out for each and every one of you, beautifully so, is going to be different. Righteously, thankfully, and infinite gratitude that it is. You hear of as above, so below. Well, when you look up as above, from a galactic standpoint, you have many stars. Many, many. But here, the majority of the collective is moving in a way where they're not even shining as bright as a star, because everybody, not everybody, but the majority has been replicating that of another rather than being themselves. Okay. Today's the 20th or 20, the 20th major arcana, the macro to the micro. Judgment card, number 20. You make a decision or judgment every time you decide to do something. That's literally what judgment is, which is why one has to be careful with the essence of judgment. What do you do when you make a judgment? There has been a lot of misjudgment because of the lack of awareness as to what judgment is. You do this every day, all day, every day. But then we also have what you call the days of the week, which doesn't help in you recognizing that you make a judgment every lucid moment. That is the complete opposite of being in a daze. Okay, so those who, just put it this way, if you are someone who uses TikTok, you went through a beautiful shift. And the message that we are going to deliver at this time is not so much narrowing into the essence of TikTok, but just as to what happens when you go through an ending and immediately there is a new beginning the day before to the day after. But if you are dazed out, you won't be able to see that. You're going to have to tune in and tap into your higher self to hear this message clearly. I'm going to put that in the title, actually, instead of what's up there now, but it's connected to that as well. You will have to tune in and tap into your higher self to listen to this message, to hear this message. To listen, rather, because you can hear many things, but are you actually listening? You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the message for the collective. Okay. This is going to be a channeled message. Channeled, when I say channeled message, I'm not speaking to anything that's going on within this earthly realm or any type of ways of doing things in the earthly based perception of it. Okay, because that let's get into the message. Hold up. What is the archetype? Another message is because there's no longer a veil. I just burped, but some of you could have heard it just now, but some of you probably didn't. But that right there, there's this energy around, as I'm about to say what I'm about to say, there's this energy around of certain people. Here's the best way to say it. You have those who use kindness as a strategy, and you have those who move in kindness as a lifestyle. Those who move in kindness as a lifestyle, they have a certain spiritual team around them that those who use kindness as a strategy, watch your fucking self. It's apparent that type of energy that uses kindness as a strategy is unable to watch themselves, which is why they utilize it as a strategy. Today is the 20th, well, the 19th. I've been saying the 20th because that is tomorrow, but today is the 19th. So this message got a lot to do with tomorrow, though. A whole lot to do with tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, 7:15 on the screen, big time. Moon in Cancer energy. So we just had a full moon in Cancer, 6:19 on the screen. Here's the message that is coming through as far as the channeled message. Anything that comes across on this channel can speak to a prospective future event, depending on the way you utilize the energy of the information provided now. It's basically the energy of receiving the message. The message is you standing on a cliff, but the cliff is connected to so many different bridges and so many cross points that you can take. But right now, what it is that you're being guided towards is to take the path that aligns with your higher self. Do you know what your higher self is, though? A key point of knowing what your higher self is, I'm going to suggest two different charts that you can look into. You can look into your tropical or your draconic chart. Because they're very similar. Those two. Very similar. And it basically, what I'm sensing from it is that it places you into a position of, let's say the draconic chart is the meteorologist, and it's letting you know the weather for the rest of the lucid moments of a cycle. Notice I didn't say days of the week, because that's that expression. It's basically the lucid moments of the strong or the strengthened ones. Everything has a spell in it if it has a word connected to it. If it's a word that is being stated, there is a spell. It's always a spell. You had spelling in school, didn't you? What are these two cards? The prayer and the unseen, as we're sitting here talking this entire time. The prayer and the unseen. I told you we're channeling a message beyond your physical body, but it's the essence that you're supposed to be bringing into your physical body. You got distracted for way too long. Come back home. Your body is the home. Because your body is the host of earth or the heart. It's the same word, it's just the H is being played with. The same way a hoe could be played with. So it said we gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? We gonna play with it a little. You feel me? So 6:23, Marie Laveau energy. 6:19 on the screen. 6:19 on the screen. It was 6:19 on the clock that showed up too. Some of you are in this teenager state of your life. There's something that occurred when you were a teenager. Specifically between, I'm getting 13 and 19. 13 and 19. I mean, that would be the whole, but something specific to that. 16 years old, 9 and 3, 16 years old, specifically 16 years old. That you went through something as you were going through an evolution. I want you to, whatever hurt you the most when you were 16, what was the zodiac sign of that energy? Because it hurt you the most, because that's the energy, zodiac sign energy. When you look at your natal chart and you look at the zodiac sign, it speaks to the energy that has to do with the personality, the planet, and the area of your life, the houses. The zodiac sign is the energy. So whatever that energy is when you were 16, that is the energy that was teaching you a version of yourself that you had to tap into. It's not so much about that person. It's more so about what that person was showing you that was embedded within you. The smoke right now as I'm speaking is just, this is some this is some nine energy coming through here. It's just twirling, tornado energy coming through these this incense. Let's see if it comes through here. Now it's moving straight, but see, it still wants to, let's go from here. Yeah, it's spiraling. The energy is spiraling. I mean, I know my energy too. I could be doing that with my hand at the same time, but that's a message in itself. Some of you have to recognize the energy that you carry. Sometimes you may express certain things and people feel as though that you bullshitting. Okay. Some of you don't even realize how powerful your hugs are. That when you give somebody a hug, 2244, what you liberate them from. You're the unseen prayer for people, for yourself even, for your lineage or your blood. When it comes to your lineage, that means you first and foremost, because now you're speaking to the blood that flows within you. You know what I'm saying? There's something specific in regards to a hand showing up in someone's dream state. I'm gonna pick up on that. Give me a second. It has something to do with your heart chakra, because the next thing I looked at was the green eye. Not as in envy, but just literally green eyes. Something about using your hands allows you to be the most authentic version of yourself. Here, there's also something in regards to what you're doing in your dream state is actually defining your physical presence as well. If you find yourself moving a lot, it's equivalent to somebody who steps into the gym. Look at that green shows up over here, the castle, with something that appears as lashes, eyelashes, and there are pearls on there. And then you got the riddle. Yeah, read between the lines. Read between the lines. The village is right under that, and the mountain. It's time for some of y'all. Some of you been cooped up for a little too long, and it's time for you to come up out the underworld, literally. You're an entire shaman. You're definitely an entire shaman out here moving in a way that it's time for you to step out for real. Yeah, look at that, the box. That's the first time I saw this card pop out in this deck, for real. Other than cleansing each card. The self, look at that, the box in the self. It's time for 25:25 on the clock. Here's the thing. Once again, if you're new to this channel, we read everything. Everything is a message. The numbers, who steps in here, the energy that I feel from the energy that steps in here. If I feel as though you're supposed to be blocked, you will get blocked. Okay? I am a very highly aware, ancient soul. And I don't play with anyone's energy because I don't got the fucking time for it. Because as within, so without, if I don't allow anyone to play with my energy, we're not here to allow anyone to play with y'all's, including me doing that to y'all. That's not what the fuck we do here. Okay? That is not what the fuck we do here. When I say we, I'm speaking to many different dimensions within myself, within this realm that recognizes all the others. And some of you, once again, with the title on this message right now, all right, your divine essence, hiding it is no longer an option. It's no longer an option. Source said, cut that shit out. Cut it out. The kiss, bring love into this. The forest, okay, this is, some of you have to shave or trim hair. There's a trimming of hair that has to happen only to release negative energy, all right? The storm. That's somebody's, I just saw someone's face, but this also comes through as the hypothalamus. So something about a memory that you have. The shadow, okay. There's a lot of cards that are coming through that I haven't seen. Kairos. This is the opening of the throat chakra too. But hold on, I want to see, I want to get, what is that? 76. Mythic time synchronicities. Some of you are not following it, and it's connected to a vow that you have to break. You keep shape-shifting through it. Anima Mundi and the temple and agape. Anima Mundi speaks to the soul of the world, all that is. What in the, I'm telling you, hiding your divine essence is no longer an option. That's literally what the fuck that mean right there. That's literally what that means. You have the dove. You see this in this physical realm, but some of you at a stage of the phoenix. So what does, okay, let me tell you about this over here. Some of you, if you're in this message right now, because this is not going to come towards anybody if this is not you, you're not going to find this message at all. If you found it, here's what the fuck we're talking about here, okay? The vow you made is that if anyone attempted, okay, to take on your path or to take your path away from you, that's the last thing you should even be thinking about. Because taking 2911, which is a hidden message in itself, 1111, 2 and 9 is 11, and it was just 2911. Anyone who even dares to step in your path on some, I'm going to take your journey, that's them choosing to unalive themselves. I'm not even gonna fuck around with you at this point. That's them choosing to unalive themselves. That's how serious this is. That's how serious this is. If you are someone who truly connects to universal law, you'll know that the first law states what? All is mental. So whatever is here, some of you have to have more control over your thoughts because your thinking, as it can be, is being controlled. Your thoughts cannot be controlled. Your thinking can. Some of you are not in alignment to your own thoughts, that you're overthinking or literally just thinking. which is also why I state to y'all, when somebody comes across you and says, who the fuck do you think you are? Your initial response should be, it's not a thinking thing. It's more so of a, I know who the fuck I am. At that point, you don't have to even mention respecting, because you're respecting yourself by saying that you know who you are. That covers all bases. That's a home run. That's a Jackie Robinson, not the part, 42. April 2nd or 42, 1942. You probably got a grandparent that was born that year. You was probably born that month, that day. You're probably that age right now. Very significant for you. Otherwise, you're seeing 666 quite often. 634 on the clock. 67. Some of y'all, that could be significant too. I'm just giving you all the numbers because it's time for a lot of y'all to recognize that everything that you're asking for is around you. But the more you think that shit is just a coincidence, you're going to keep playing yourself. Instead of playing the game of life, knowing what to do and how to play it by recognizing the signs that are showing up towards you. That's what Kairos is. That's synchronicity. Can you see the signs that are being shown to you in connection to your truth? Look at all this blue. It's the year of the serpent, boo. It's the year of the serpent. That is one divine reptile. So much a domesticated cat has the eyes of it. And you may wonder why. A domesticated cat may be able to look into different realms. Well, it's connected to serpent wisdom, which is something you have within you as well. You have a spine. Some of you may have 206 bones. Others of you may have 213 bones. If you're somebody with 213 bones, then that bone that's connected to your coccyx right below the sacrum, that shit is extended too. You got a tail. You literally have a tail. That's anatomy. But anyway. Shapeshifter. What wants to come through here? I love these cards because I don't even need the tarot cards over here. Look at this feline in the back. There's some, look, as we're talking about cats and stuff, it appears differently on the screen, you know. Okay, because it's backwards. There you go. Now you can see it. See, I was giving you the underworld representation of it, and I was showing it to you. So some of you are in a position where you are not ready to rise up, but you don't have a choice anymore. Some of you know that already. This message is not for you. Not the entire message, but this part of it. Some are not prepared to go through that type of rise just yet. And you can sense what that is, because any type of dimension you step into, and for the collective, again, I'm going to remind y'all, this is a channeled message, and I'm speaking in my normal tone, but I can speak in another way. But that's not going to be... Anyway, you can tell where you are at, what someone is stating when you step into different dimensions. Different dimensions in this lifetimes has to do with lives. There's no coincidence as to why you have these social media platforms, and when we can do this type of energy where you listen to me at that moment is called alive, because this is happening now. Let's play alchemy for a little bit. We've been doing that this entire time, but let's really, if you just turned on your PSP or whatever the fuck ever, let's play live right now, okay? You step into a live, And you have those who express themselves about who they are. There are two different types. There are those that you'll be able to sense that they full of shit. They not who they say they are. And there are others where you can tell where they are literally not saying all that they are. Not so much to play it safe, but being mindful that you are amongst a collective of majority that is not prepared to hear such truth. Here's an easy way to look at it. Pay attention to when you when you speak of a higher self archetype, the soul, the holidays never come into play. The holiday is every moment that you get to experience a physical experience. Because those holidays put you into a state where you confine yourself to what someone says, oh, this is a moment that you are supposed to experience some type of glory. When that glory you have access to each moment you rise and each moment you set. Okay, so it's gonna be fun. It's been fun, but it's play ball. Yeah, it's batter out. You feel me? Okay. Just saying. These cards that are out here, you got the temple, the vow, the shadow, the forest. This is giving spirit animal energy. Notice how the chakras are going in the opposite direction. Because in order for you to get to your crown, you're going to have to go into your shadow, which is the card right before it. In order for you to get into your crown and knowing who you are, you're going to have to go into your darkness. That's just what it is. The kiss. The storm. The storm that you don't, okay, some of you could be going through a source storm energy, but it's not appearing that way because it's actually helping you. Yeah, Earth Star, below the foot, the sole of your feet, ground. So, with that being said, grounding, root chakra. Study your Saturn placement because Saturn is going to place you in all of the tests that has to do with your basic trust. I have yet to meet a spiritual person, meaning someone who is on their journey of being chosen and called from the time that they were chosen by the womb, that they were chosen by from that liquid form or that sperm cell, because that's the beginning stage of the chosen. The sperm cell and the womb. The womb has to choose out of those billion sperm cells which one. So every single respectfully motherfucker that's out here is chosen. But the difference comes when the chosen answers the call as to why that womb chose you as that motherfucking cell. That's the difference. That's where the difference comes into play. You can't be in this realm having a physical experience if you weren't chosen. Meaning, the mother you have, whatever the relationship is, that's besides the fucking point. In fact, That's besides the point, meaning that it has value to the point, the center of it all. It's besides the point, but it has value to the point, meaning that this is going to be the lessons that Saturn is going to teach you for some of you. I mean, I have Pluto in the 4th house, so a lot of y'all that connect to me is more so having to do with healing some type of generational wound or something related to a mother figure or any type of 4th house energy, because that's my specialty. I can get to the core of the shit. I can get to where you were actually pulled into whatever realm you were pulled into. What you do after that? 4111 was just on the screen. What you do after that? That's up to you. But do you? Fuck it. I personally don't give a fuck what you do. But I gotta do what the fuck I came here to do. Let's just put it that way. So Saturn is going to put you through a lot of challenges and obstacles. It's going to test, all right, what does trust actually mean to you? And for some of you, well, for each and every one of you, it's going to be different. And based off of your natal chart, it's going to have to do with the area of your life that Saturn is in, the house, and the energy that is being encompassed by what's going on in that area has to do with that zodiac sign. Now, let's go a little bit deeper. Whatever the zodiac sign is of your Saturn placement, take a look and see if there's anybody in your immediate family that you grew up around that has that zodiac sign as a sun sign, because they're bringing light to the energy of what it is that you are here to learn. Because at one point they may have been with you, you know what I'm saying? Making sure everything was straight until you started to get to a level in your life where it seems as though they get a little bit higher than me. So let me cause some type of friction or whatever, or some type of challenge. But there you go. That's your Saturn placement. It's not the person, it's the energy. Which is also why death is a fucking... The whole thing of death is it's not what the fuck it is. It's not. Which is why some of y'all also got to put more respect on your ancestors. And this is why I started the reading the way I started it. There's something about certain people not recognizing who they be fucking with, and they don't know the type of spirit team that they got. Because on some real shit, some of us out here, we really out here just... There's a mixture of us fulfilling our purpose, but then there's another side to it of... We know when there's certain people seeing what you're doing as far as, oh, she shouldn't be doing that. We're not in that age anymore. We're not. We're not. Okay? It's time for so many people to get their life and get their life quickly. 43:55 on the timer. Get it quickly. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm about to play this for you all really quick. You can go to any astrology site. Go to any astrology site, look up your natal chart, and you will know what your Saturn placement is. Natal chart. That's it. That's all you do, babe. That's all you gotta do. See, okay. For example, a lot of my biggest lessons came from recognizing where... Before I even say that, let me do what I'm about to do first, and then I'll come back. Some people be saying I'm on a site. I mean, no, the one I love using the most is astro.com or astro-seek.com. Those are my two tops. But the thing is, it depends on which house system you use. I wouldn't suggest Placidus. Go more towards your equal sign, which can give you the same houses of Placidus, but it equals out the house energy, so it's not off. And the same thing with whole signs, but the only thing is that with the whole signs, it may change it to a house further up. But those whole signs are what you can use when you're looking at astrologers determine what's going on based off of a certain astrological shift. Hold up. Did this turn on? Yeah, it did.
Out on the set. Have
Whew. You know what's gonna be the most powerful expression of yourself? When you are able to forgive, and forgiveness is equivalent to taking your power back from any situation that has hurt you, whether if it was mental, physical, subconscious, or on a spiritual level. The moment you can take your power back from that is the actual moment that you can forgive. You can't forgive anything that you don't take your power back from. You won't be able to. You want to know why? Because if you don't take your power back from it, you keep going back to it because your power is still there. So each time you go back there is because you're looking to retrieve your power back, but you don't retrieve it back every time you go back. Now, once you've healed, right, and you notice you're going back into something, that's where a thin line between the healed version and the sucker version of you, there's a thin line in between those two. Because for some of you, your healing is determined by a cord that is not supposed to be cut because it's a lesson that was supposed to be learned. That's not going to be everybody, though. That's really not going to be everybody. In most cases, for some of you, that may be one or two family members. Because a lot of times, what would really propel someone into their spiritual journey could have a lot to do with family members or a lover. Those two are the most significant ones. Anything else outside of that is whatever. It's really whatever. 11 on the screen right now. 11 people, 11 thumbs up. Ashe. But no buts to that. But as we were speaking to, those are the two sectors of your life that are really going to place you into a moment in your life where you decide to shift. If you are capable and willing, which you are both, but that can happen in separate ways for people. 54-44, it can happen in separate ways for people, but the moment you're able to put those two together, smooth sailing from there. So much so you find yourself in the essence of forgiveness, where people who have, especially if you're into your natal chart, that's the way I'm expressing myself right now to the collective is for those of you who are aware of your natal placements and what each of these energies, when it comes to each zodiac signs, there are 12. Okay? There are 12 of them. And if you put if you put those 12 together, okay, you have 6 and 6. Now, that would be 12. Those 12 different signs, that just smells amazing. It's literally slowing me the fuck down, for real. That's why I'm speaking this way right now, because it's the scent. Okay, here's the thing. Just know that whatever it is that you smell is very similar to what you listen to. There's music to your nose and there's also music to your ears. This shit right here is serenading the fuck out of me right now. Okay? Let me just keep that 100. Let's just put that out there really quickly. So you notice my whole, it's this. What in the fuck is this? Now each chakra is a wheel. It's literally a wheel. Let's play with this for a little bit. Let's see if the wheel comes out. You do got the world card here. That's a wheel in itself. But let's see if the wheel comes out. Hold on. Child. It literally stopped me in my tracks and everything I was saying just now. This is not okay. Here's the only thing I'm gonna let y'all know. I said a lot of shit that I said that this is gonna be the only thing. It's not the only thing. Just get used to it. Anytime I say it's not the only thing, just know it's not the fucking only thing. Okay, whatever. Now, there's a lot of shit I do on this channel as far as channeling. When it comes to my ears, my nose, my eyes, what I'm tasting, what I'm sensing beyond the fucking 5 senses. Because I live beyond my 5 senses. Okay? Magician. You feel me? Magician. 5757. No bullshit. Right there. 5757 on that edge. A lot of major arcanas. We speaking to the macro energy. 7 of Wands. Still Leo. Mars and Leo. Which it'll be there around May, June. You know what? You have to choose wisely. Just saw the King of Swords and the 7 of Cups. Let's get a spread out. Let's get a spread out. I want to see what we picking up on here. I might have to, because I'm hearing too much music, and I don't need anything, but we gotta settle this out. Let me put it low. There's something about a certain vibration that has to be around y'all also, because that's significant too. Let me see. Let's see if it allows me to pick up on it. 5944, 59, that's 1444. You're going to have to balance your dark and your light, because 144, the 144,000, it's hurts. It's 72,000 demons, 72,000 angels. Balance the two out. Balance it. Don't lose your breath when you're doing that. So some of you could be expressing yourself to people who don't have that understanding. Stop doing that. That's what the balance is. I just calmed down. $24, 30, 6 and 30. That's a 9. This is the year you complete that. This is the year you complete that. What's the energy? Deceit. Of course it would be. Journey is part of your journey, and the Garden of Gate came out. For you to make a change. 7. This is, okay, so your spirit placed you in deceitful situations only for you to see clearly parts of your journey that you may have been stuck at and not actually walking through doors that you were supposed to. What's wild is that 24, that adjacent possibilities or different doors that you were connected to so many doors. Speaking that we were speaking to before, in regards to you being on a cliff and seeing so many different pointed directions that you can go. But choose the one that is connected to your temple path. Number 12. 12 is Pisces energy. The North Node right now is in Pisces. Hold up. Let's look at this. Let me get a tarot card for each of these, and we gonna dive in. Show me what this is. 25 to 30. 25 to 30 is significant based on when you were 12. Archangel Ariel is literally helping you, for some of you here, when it comes to walking away from a situation, because these are both 9s. And then you have the angel of love, a lot of angels or angelic lights, a lot of synchronicities, kairos, a lot of synchronicities that are happening around you. You may think, for some of you, you are walking mythology. You are walking mythology. What's this? Deceit energy. One card for each. One. You gave me 2 for deceit. I'm going to keep it down. Journey. It gave me 1 in reverse. 10 of swords. The Garden in the Gate. 7 of cups. Making a choice. Bars. Temple path. Bottom of the deck. Keep it there. The Hermit. The 2 cards that came off of deceit. That's exactly what we just said. That the deceit was part of your plan. Was part of your destiny and your fate. To go through this loss so you can recognize the type of actions that you can take with the use in your willpower of your shadow. This is Mars and Scorpio right here. The ancient ruler of Pisces is literally over here as well. The ancient ruler of Pisces is Jupiter, but this is Sagittarius card energy as well. However, let's look at this a little bit closer. Some of you have to make a decision of moving forward that you're unable to make, because this is 7. 7 is the Chariot, but right before that is the Lover's card. This definitely has to do with the fucking lover. I'm not even gonna hold you, because Venus and Scorpio, some of you, this could be a Scorpio, you are a Scorpio, or you are the Scorpio in someone's life that you need to step away from. You're the one who possibly has to break the news of it's over. And you're waiting for somebody else to say that to you. Some of you, I'm calling you out on this right now. You're in a position where you're the one that has to call something off. You can take a lot, especially if you're, let me tell you something. If you are Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars in Aquarius, while Pluto's in Aquarius, you're going to be able to take on a lot. You're going to be able to take on a lot. Does it mean you have to? No. Some of you could be in situations where you may say, oh, if this was somebody else, somebody literally told their person not too long ago. I'm hearing that shit verbatim right now. If this was somebody else, I would have been left. And you want to know why you're not leaving them? Because you're in Aquarius? Because Pluto is in your side. You're going to take on a lot of shit. But before you can even recognize that you've been taking on a lot of shit, now the person might leave your ass respectfully. And they may be a Pisces, because they may ghost you for that. They may be a Pisces. They may also be an Aquarius too, or Gemini, or Sag, or who else is that? Who else does that fucking ghosting type of shit? Virgo does that too. I'm only very aware with those energies because that's actually what's in my chart too. And when we do that, it's more so connect to a frequency of, there's a higher awareness and connection to why we step into your life. It may not even have to do with you as a person. It's just energetically, we're here for this reason and this reason only, but people want to make a reason for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to do that. The way this shit just came out over here, that's why I'm... I speak what's in my presence. My mind's eye moves in the way what's in my presence, which is why I'm also very wise and diligent and discerning when it comes to what I have in my energy. And if I choose it to be there, this is a note that you can take, 6633. If I choose for a certain frequency to be there, then there's something within me that is literally saying, okay, these are the type of weights or fitness regimen that you have to be in order for you to get stronger spiritually, for you to recognize or really get fine-tuned with what it is that the energy that you embody, and be more than okay with that. Because I do a lot of shit that if I tell, when I express in the most simplest form to people, it could be something where I will literally feel as though, okay. And not everybody's on that level. But to me, that's simple. To others, it may be something that they see that just happens in a movie. For me, that is my motherfucking life that you're watching in a movie. See what I'm saying? The moment some of you are okay with that factor happening, some of you are sitting here explaining shit to people and you getting into arguments because they don't understand you. You're literally speaking English and this person only understands Spanish or whatever other language they speak other than English. That's really what that is. You have to stay on your path at all times. Once again, your divine essence is not an option. Your divine essence is not an option. You've been doing that for way too long. You've been making that shit an option on your own. How far did that get you? I'll wait. Not really, because I'll wait for shit. Personally, I don't wait for shit. I don't. Because I understand the cycles that I go through. To others, it may seem as though what I'm experiencing, oh, you're waiting. No, I understand the cycle. Because if I don't understand what the fuck is going on right here, I go over here without understanding this. Whatever I was supposed to learn here, I'm going to have to start over, plus the amount of time that I invested over there. That's the way I fucking see it. If where I'm at right here was supposed to be 7 years long, and I'm in it for 5, knowing what I know, and I didn't fulfill that 7, not go the fuck over here to want to shift. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to take that 5 that was supposed to be 7. I'm supposed to take that 5 plus this possible what? 5 and 7 is now it's gonna be 12 because the lesson has to extend itself because it actually wasn't learned. Now think about how that flows in terms of generational fucking energy. Now, let's rewind this a bit because now we channeling this energy right now. If this is something that is generational that happens and you recognize it and you know your natal chart and you understand the cycle of that planet along with the aspects that that planet has, you can use that to your advantage. Because although every different planet has a different evolution around the sun or a different amount of years around the sun, if you connect the aspects to it, see, I'm speaking to somebody who knows they shit, 7033. Not so much someone who knows they shit, because someone who knows they shit, they already doing this. But some of you who are at a point where you're recognizing what you're seeing, but now it's on some. Here's the best way I'm gonna explain it, because this the thought that was coming through all day today. I use astrology to assist me with situations that I may be in 1 year or 1 second longer than I have to be, only to show me how quickly I'm supposed to get out of something remove myself from something so a shift can happen that aligns me with my divine destiny bars. Because not everybody that you encounter, all right, along your path is going to agree with what it is that you're doing. You have to be more than okay with that. If you're not, then you and Saturn got a whole different life path to go through. And that's okay too. That's okay too. But just recognize the type of shifts you're going through. Let's get into this. Broken heart, envy. Give me a second. Let me speak to the energy right now. You're gonna clear this shit up right now. Two of Swords, mental conflict when it comes to a decision you have to make to bring balance to it. A decision. You know you're supposed to leave. Some of you are going through a broken heart with somebody who's envious of you. Five of Swords. It's a group of people for some of y'all. What's 209 esoterically? Some of y'all gotta have that I'm not in the mood energy. 209 means strong. Onan. Let me see how it's pronounced. Onan. 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 O-N-A-N. Let's see. Able-bodied, strong, stout. The significance of Onan is virtually the same as that of Onam, which see. While this thought is of higher nature than that of Onan, the Horite, Onan was the son of Judah. Yet it is not spiritual, but is of the intellect. Some of you dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone you grew up with, or a significant partnership or groups of people, respectively. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is what I just stated. Someone you grew up with, or the way you learn to communicate, move, write, talk, whatever. Gemini, significant partnerships. Libra, groups of people that you may have felt as though that you was going to take through the long term. Aquarius, they actually don't fuck with you. Now, for those of you who are on your spiritual journey, you have a certain type of spiritual team around you. Some of you're gonna have to make a decision, because this is the third time this shit showed up. Everything that showed up around you when it came to these situations was to step you into your core values of your dark side, of your shadow side, Venus and Scorpio. You see that snake right there, that serpent, it's the year of it. What's at the bottom? Judgment. They're both 20. Something could have happened when you was 20, between 20 to 29, 20, 27, 20, 27. What you do right now has a big effect on 2027 and 2029. Especially if it's something that you don't want to be around, because those cards are negative as fuck. With envy showing up there? No. 719, 119. This could be someone on your mother's side. For some of you have a disconnect with people on your mother's side. Or your father's mother's side. I told you I get to the bottom of I get you. Where's my Brazilian deck? Because people want to test the energy. Now I can play. Now I can play the way that people don't want me to play. So we gonna play. But I'm protective of my soul tribe. So if anybody ever come over here on some bullshit, it's two things. This is the place where you go through your Mr. Miyagi lessons, or this is the place where you don't, and it's a different type of 7707 on the clock. Yes, it's a different type of energy, okay? And a honk outside, period. 720 on the screen, and that's the number that came out here earlier, okay? Not too long ago, with the 7s and the 20s and the judgments. Yeah, 7722. I only explain myself sometimes because I'm in this realm where people love to play. I don't have to, but I only do it because my shit, my spirit guys don't play light. With my cousin texting me just now from my mama's side, and that's my baby right there. That's my baby right there. She might as well call herself Astro. It's that close. Her name is definitely close to being called Astros. That's my boo. Ah, shame. Gracias a misericordia. What's this? The High Priestess. Sweeping shit right the fuck up. Getting everything out the way. Let me look at this. Show me. People love to play around with stuff and you don't know what they do. What you out here doing. 6 of Swords. Better keep it moving. So, again, people use kindness as a strategy and other people use kindness as a lifestyle. 4 of Pentacles. Legacy. Who are these two people? These cards appear. These cards don't appear the way. Anyway, let me. This masculine has the same color as the feminine in this couple. You have winds making a major play over here by this passageway. With the High Priestess coming up before it, a revelation, intuitive insight. 2-6. That card flew right over there, and now you got the Hierophant. Obatala. Something's being pushed out of your way. This card, hold on. Yeah, see, there's 3 people involved in someone's new beginning that's being pushed out of the way. Could be a masculine and 2 feminines. One of them is in a couple. Or a couple could be swept out of the way. Let me see. Some of you are in a relationship that's being swept out of the way. 4 of Swords so you can heal. You're being forced to heal. You see how these 4 of Swords is just... You're being forced to heal. Because it's time for you to rise. Solar plexus energy. This is why there's certain things you're not able to eat at this time. There's a balance happening between the light and the dark. One of them, her head is covered, the other one isn't. And then you have the solar plexus balancing out the energies. Two of pentacles on both sides. Two coins on both sides. With the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which means there's a revelation that is coming to you about your reawakening or your passion. Show me the Four of Pentacles. It's the Two of Swords. The Empress in reverse. Five of Pentacles sideways. Some of you weren't able to conceive in this situation because it was connected to low vibrational frequencies of a mindset. Your ancestors were literally protecting you, specifically your grandfather, because these are two red cardinals. The red ones are the masculines. Yeah, you see, for some of you, it's because you're supposed to have twins. Somebody has twins, or twins didn't make it for that reason. Twins did not make it for that reason. I don't know who the fuck this is for, but whatever. Respectfully. You see that? These twins are protected. It can't just be anybody. So you have a grandfather and a great-grandfather protecting that energy. You have the Empress in reverse. Yeah, look at the birds again with Obatala energy showing up here. With the 8 energy. Yeah, look, that's 8 right here. You got the High Priestess 2, the 6 of Swords. For some of you, left the relationship, or you're about to, because the way you're supposed to multiply is... The way you're supposed to multiply is why you're being pushed out of situations you're being pushed out of now. With the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. You see that? You see them two? It's the same two you see here. These two. These two. These 4 eyes. Somebody wears glasses. Another 6. 6 of Cups. Something from the past. What's this? 8 of Wands. Some of you are in communication with someone of your past that you feel as though you can bring this together. You're praying to source about putting this together. No, it's not happening. 727. That's a 727. Because you're closing a cycle now. Jupiter is giving you the gift of closing something out now. So that way, come July, you'll be able to link up with an energy that truly matches your vibration. Something is happening by 2s. 2s is significant. And if you're saying 222, that's 6. The 6s in the tarot deck. You got the 6 of Swords about moving forward. 6 of Cups is soulmates or something from a past life. 6 of Pentacles is reciprocity. 6 of Wands is victory and success. But you're going to have to make choices because the major arcana, 6, is the Lovers, which is also about making a choice based on your heart chakra. And then you got, oh yeah, nah, yeah, that's, whatever this is done. You got the Tower and Oya. Oh no, it's over. 8513 is 813 on the screen up here. Some of you have had spirit guides that you may not even be aware of. Look, what the fuck? I know it's not the same man over here. It is the same man though. So the change is coming in. She's the energy of 9. Oh yeah. Do you see these fucking tornadoes and these storms that happen? Doesn't it cause rapid change? The same way a fire can too. And this is the Tower card with the goat energy. Some of you could be a Capricorn, but this could also have to do with your Saturn placement. Fuck, I haven't used these cards in a bit. Because some of you have been presenting offerings to your ancestors, and this is why the shifts are happening the way that they're happening. They're happening the way that they're happening because this is why you gotta be mindful of what it is that you ask for. Lover in reverse came out. The Ring. Some of you could be coming out of a marriage or recognizing where you're not married to yourself, sacredly married to yourself. The Ocean. There she go right here. That showed up in reverse. What's the message here? What is this? Ooh, what is this? The Cave. You don't want to come out of it. You really don't want to come out of it. You want to give yourself more explanations as to why you're complaining about something. Just stop. Just stop. You're here for this reason, for me to tell you, just stop doing whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're attempting to fix that's not fixing itself. Meaning you are fixing yourself and what's around you is not aligning to the way you are fixing yourself. Get up on out of there. Don't worry about what happens. What's this? The medallion. Some of y'all want to be praised about who you are and where you are at by the person that you're around, but they don't know themselves. So, okay, here's the other message that I got today. Be mindful of those who say that they will go through hell with you, who haven't gone through their own hell. Meaning, they haven't had an understanding as to what stands under their heart chakra. They haven't mastered their lower chakras just yet. They haven't mastered their ability to recognize when something is angering them, is basically testing their basic trust. They haven't been able to go through the lessons of when something is putting them in this state of guilt, because it has a lot to do with their creativity and their sensuality. They haven't been able to master the sense of shame when it comes to their willpower and utilizing it to create whatever it is that they choose to do. But they say they want to go through hell with you. So now imagine that. Let's put it into perspective. You master all of that. They haven't mastered their situations. When it comes to the lower chakras, you start to get into doing what you love to do. Now you in a situation where somebody that you used to love is hating on you. Or they've been hating on you the whole time, 8844. Don't, yo. The Crone, listen. The Crone, the Destroyer. Some of you are blocking yourself from recognizing that you were shaman. With the Venom, the Maiden, you are highly protected. And you're going through a very significant threshold right now. And it's bringing you the Nectar. But the Nectar is in an opposition for you. It's a challenge. The sweetness of this ending is in opposition for you. The sweetness of an ending is in opposition for you. The sweetness of an ending is in opposition for you. What is that? Show me. Show me the scenario. Come on. Page of Pentacles. Somebody, for some of you, someone just messaged you. What is it? This is a habit you're recognizing. Ooh, when it comes to a 10 of Cups, something you feel as though it's emotional fulfillment, but it's nothing but challenges. It's just too much shit going on. 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands, that's 15. You're going to have to step into your power of tempering a situation, temperance, which is 14, in order to fight through temptation. This is 15. And these are both wands. For some of you, the passion is amazing and you feel as though it's love, but that shit has to end. If you want your true happiness, it's going to require your independence. And look at the Black card, because it's a whole new beginning with something that you're not even aware of. Something that is connected to you being an ally towards yourself. There's something that you're still connected to in your environment that's preventing you from stepping into your higher essence, or your divine essence, as an option. And it happens in different ways where you question what it is that you're doing, and when it comes to what you know you're supposed to do, you don't actually do it. because you may feel that some, you know, a person or a group of people may feel some type of way of what you have to say. Test that shit out and see who the fuck got to go and who can stay. Until you do, you just gonna be playing the game of being foolish. Respectfully, my love. I love y'all. That's y'all live for the evening. I'll see y'all for, what is this? Whatever part this is.